Manchester United knew Crystal Palace 2 goals from Philippe Mateta. Another home defeat for Manchester United. Old Trafford is gradually becoming a graveyard. I don't know, for the fans and the fans. I don't even pity the fans that watch on TV. I pity the fans that pay for that move from their houses to the stadium. So I don't know, who are we going to blame today? Is it the coach? We cannot say we cannot blame him for not starting strikers because the strikers are not even firing. So you will say you can't even blame him for that. So who are we going to blame it on now? I don't know. Because it makes no sense that you guys are just losing at home. United fans now are scared of watching Manchester United at Old Trafford. At Old Trafford.
I think the blame goes both to the coach and to the players, because quite all right. Looking at the first half, despite the sharpness in their play, their overall play, and creating chances, attacks here and there, I think at the end of the first half, 10 attempts, none on target. So that tells you that, and throughout the course of the first half, they were entirely wasteful. So it's possible the coach must have, given directives, done his own part, and, the players failed to actually, implement what has been directed towards them. In fact, it was just an awful show. And Crystal Palace rightfully, capitalized on the fact that the team, refused to make use of their chances. So it's just too terrible. And gradually, Old Trafford is now becoming like a hunting ground whereby other oppositions come to, hunt Manchester United.
They come and enjoy themselves.
That's just the truth.
I'll let's say something, that if you're a coach and you're coaching the team, first thing I think you should do as a coach is to make your home a fortress first. Make yourself difficult to beat at home first before you think of the outside. But no, here the reverse is the case.
I think
I asked you this question. I said, is it time for Amorim to forget the system and go for results, or still stick to his system and lose matches?
Yes.
Because
you're right.
I have this feeling that a Graham Potter might repeat itself. Being sacked after 6 months. I just have this feeling.
Actually, Amorim will not be sacked. And why am I saying this? Because if you look at how he was appointed, even from the very beginning, he didn't want to take the job halfway. He actually wanted to wait till the end of the summer before taking on the job. So, but, due to, I think, the condition being given, that is, this is a one-time opportunity. It's either you take it or we move on. And, at the end of the day, he actually accepted the job. You find out that I think he's still part of his complaints when he talks about, the players, being less fit. This is not a team that he started with maybe during the course of preseason, whereby, fitness regime and his style of play will be indoctrinated into the team. So that aside, but like I also replied the other day when you asked me about his style of play, he has categorically stated it that he will not be changing his style of play. And I feel the style of play is not really the issue at hand. I think I still also told you the last time, the Manchester United team really need to wake up and come with a lot of character. If you look at the first goal, if you look at the 2 goals they conceded, the second goal, quite all right, that is understandable. They tried to attack to see if they could get an equalizer, and they were outnumbered, and they were able to score. But if you look at the first goal, you find out that one of the defenders was ball watching when the ball was being headed to the crossbar, and Onana was even out of position. And that if Onana was rightly in the position as a goalkeeper, where he has already come outside already, if he was actually in his position as a goalkeeper, he would have been able to tip the ball over the bar, and that first goal would have not even come in the first place. You find that a lot of things just went wrong throughout the course of the game. And before we had this conversation, I was just looking at the entire Manchester United team, and I was just like, it's as if this team is like a sickle cell team, When somebody is sickle cell, when somebody is sickle cell, you cannot just tell what will happen. It could be a fever today, tomorrow it could be body pains. You cannot just, diagnose the entire Manchester United team right now. Today, the intensity was sharp, but at the end of the day, they failed to create chances. And, the opposition, with the chances they had, they made use of it. And
So what are your final thoughts? What do you have to say finally before we go? Because I'm just disappointed. I won't lie to you. I'm disappointed.
No, it's actually disappointing, to take 2 steps forward and take a step back. We can't. Manchester United as a team cannot afford to do that. And looking at even the way the Premier League is actually taking a new turn in recent times, the team really needs to wake up. You find Everton. You find out I think Everton their last 3 games thus far they've actually won their last 3 games. You could see that Southampton also has carved out a win, and I think Leicester also won even though they lost to Everton yesterday. So you find that even these teams that are the bottom 3, yes, are trying to wake up. Wolves also won their game, and Wolves were also among those teams that were in the bottom 3. Wolves won their game against Aston Villa. So you find that even the teams that are the bottom are waking up, and the way the thing is going, it seems as if truly, just like we rightly established, I think during one of our conversations, that Manchester United will also have to fight the relegation battle.
And the relegation battle, they have to wake up.
They really have to wake up. A lot of things are just going wrong. And seriously, I think I just can't wait for the summer to come, because right now, the way the team is going, a lot of things are in shambles. You can't really pinpoint and say, okay, yes, the coach is, to be blamed as in all totality. You find that, some blames or some portion of the blame also goes to the player. So I think there's a need, to, sit down as a team now, both coach and players, and really maybe talk to themselves. Really talk to themselves and motivate themselves. Maybe they fail to realize that they are Manchester United. So I think maybe they need to be reminded that this is Manchester United. It's not. It's unheard of that Manchester United will be fighting a relegation battle in the course of the season. So I think there's a need. There's a need for a wake-up call generally, from maybe the management down to the coaching staffs and down to the players. I think there's a need for them to remind themselves the caliber of club they are representing, and put in the performance that matches the caliber of the club. So that's my contribution.
Okay. All right, John. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time.
All right. Thank you.